Hey guys, what's up? This is Jorge and I'm back with another video for the Sony FX30. This video is a little bit different. I kind of had this idea a little bit out of left field a few days ago. I was just kind of shooting, noticed my lens adapter, and I was like, wait a minute, why not try this lens adapter with some of my Canon lenses? Let's see if they focus, let's see if they work. So I decided to kind of put that to the test a little bit. And so a little bit on the why I'm making this video. I shoot stills on Canon bodies only, and so I have a bunch of Sony lenses that I like to use. And so if I'm doing photo and video work, I kind of wanted to know if these lenses would be compatible on both video and the photo side. So that was the main appeal. And so the lens adapter I'm using is the Sigma MC11 EF to E mount. I've had it in my kit for a few years. I think I paid around $150 when I first got it. I'll link all of the other things below, the lenses that I'm using, the camera body, the gimbal, just so in case you're kind of interested in what the workflow is. And so the first lens that I tried was the Sigma 35mm f1.4. This lens, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite lenses, super colorful. Gives me a lot of saturated colors in the image. Definitely one of my favorite lenses to shoot stills with. And so I'm gonna show you some footage on the screen here of how it did. I will also say that as I was kind of monitoring the screen, the LCD screen on the camera, it was always picking up my eye or my face. If it was only doing the face, it was doing really well. The only thing I'd say about this lens is that it is so loud. So I'd probably never use either in-camera audio or even if you're using like a little shotgun, probably not gonna want to use that just because this thing is so loud, and it'll really dominate the video or the audio quality that you're listening to. And so the second lens that I wanted to use, which is probably my go-to camera for events and other things like that, is the Sigma 24-70 2.8. Had this lens for about a year-ish now. I love it. It's amazing. It's a beast. It would be kind of hard to put this on the gimbal with this camera just because this weighs so much. This thing's built like a tank. Here's some footage from the 24-70. And yeah, so the big caveat here is that it's also loud, and then the weight is obviously a big issue here, especially on a camera like the Sony FX30 would make it very front heavy. So there's a little bit of a hassle to try and balance a gimbal that way, but again, beautiful image. The autofocus is also great on this, 24 or 70. It's really hanging onto eyes and subjects, and you'll kind of see how it's maintaining focus and how it's shifting, and if I'm directing focus on the touch screen, that all works, and how responsive it is too. So they were pretty great. I will say that I was pretty skeptical about this test in general. I've used this adapter with Canon lenses and the Sony A7R II, which I used to shoot video on. I don't feel those same I don't feel that same hesitancy with this camera. I think that issue for me is kind of gone, particularly with this camera. I don't know if that changes on the other Sony body that I have, but for now, I would absolutely trust these lenses on this camera body for all of the work that I'm doing. And so just to wrap up, I just want to say, I do love these lenses on here, especially with the compact body. It kind of bounces out a little bit. This still feels much lighter than my Canon R6, which I love to shoot video on, but there's some caveats with the overheating in that camera. Did they work? To me, it looks like they work. I kind of let you examine the footage and see what you think of how the focus is handling. Again, I'll reiterate, every time I check the monitor, the squares were around my face or near my eye, so that gave me a lot of confidence when I was using these lenses. Yeah, I'd feel good about using I'd feel good about using these lenses in my everyday work or for these YouTube videos or for anything else that I might want to create. The lenses themselves are pretty responsive to the touchscreen on the back. They'll hold focus. They do all the things that the other Sony lenses have done that I've tried so far. I'm also eager to try other Canon lenses with this setup, just to see if all those things hold up, or maybe it's just Sigma that works really, really well. But I'm eager to learn more about it, and if I can carry some more lenses that I already have in my bag on these shoots, then I'll definitely feel happy about it, especially because I'll be saving money and not having to buy Sony lenses that can be either hard to find or more expensive than the EF glasses or less available. And so just to conclude, I'm going to reiterate that I really love having this as a possibility in my setup. I think the lenses work well. I think depending on what your setup is, you can easily incorporate them and not have to go out and spend as much money and buy new lenses. I'll let you all be the judge of it. I'll probably follow up with another Canon brand first party lens video just to see if those same things hold up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more projects on this camera. If you haven't already, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the like button. Any of those things help me. I'm trying to grow this channel as much as I can, and hopefully I know that there's a lot of hybrid shooters out there, and so hopefully this video is useful to them, and you know, they can use this as a part of their workflow as well. Thanks.